Hello, welcome to this Calm Club loosening video on some primal movements where we are moving the spine in a more fish-like motion than we usually do as mammals. And that fish-type movement is one where the spine moves like this, so more like this, then forward and back in this way that we do when we are walking or getting to a run, or as soon as we do when we are babies, as we start to get up and crawl under the legs. There's still a bit of a fish-like motion in crawling, but things start to get a bit much more kind of in and up and forward and back. So coming back to this movement, which is one that reptiles do as well, and the last time that we do this in a big way for movement is when we go through the vaginal canal when we were birthing. So it's coming back to one of those real primal patternings in the body that start to unravel any stuff that we layer over the top. And it can really free up a lot of stuff in the side of the body where we can hold a lot of tension. It doesn't get moved that much, and we can get quite kind of rigid around this middle area, which we really need to be able to move out, reach out from in a loose and integrated way. Now, you'll notice I don't have a mat, and I'm doing that on purpose because I want the floor to just be able to move onto, particularly when we come to lie down. That will become obvious. Have any surface that works for you, but you need to be able to just move freely on it, and a yoga mat is sticky, it holds us in place. So you'll also notice I've got clothes on. I'm kind of looking deliberately unglamorous. I've got a pyjama top on and comfy socks. And that's also so skin doesn't get caught on the floor. Without socks, your feet tend to get stuck, and the movement isn't as easy or as fluid. So do get anything that you need on. The more you do this, the more you work out which floor and clothes you need personally. So we're going to start coming down onto the ground, and if you do need something under your lower back for this first one, please do. We'll come into one of those fish-like motions with the spine, firstly with the knees into the chest. So take your time, just arrive here. I'm just going to take my time to bring my knees into the chest. So we can do this kind of mechanical knee in, or we can come the more kind of circuitous, fluid route. As soon as we do that, we can start to feel that we've got that opportunity to move from side to side. Now once we're here, with knees and feet staying together, we're wagging our tail essentially, so that the feet move in the direction of the tailbone and the knees move away. So then you've got a side angle. And you can see already, I'm starting to do this, my head is starting to be turned. I'm not turning my head. This is where I'm turning. The head is being turned. So you don't need to make that happen, but you do need to allow it to happen. And it will just happen into the depth, to the amount it happens for you on any day. So we start to feel that it's a real kind of easy, very fluid motion, so it feels a bit staccato for you. It feels a bit kind of like it's in lots of different places. Sink down into your belly. Let your head be heavy, not trying to lift it at all. And if you need to, don't look at me, close your eyes and just inwardly feel how your spine can move in this sideways style. So parallel to the ground rather than moving off it in any way. So notice if any part of you is trying to move forward and back. And come to that side movement where we feel that we're opening these side parts of the body. As one compresses, the other opens, and vice versa. So there's a bit of what we call a flood happening, a compress, squeeze and release, compress and flood. So squeeze and flood, squeeze and flood. And that can feel quite interesting, quite strong, into the belly, to the sides of the body. between the ribs, anywhere. Do this whole portion. It's very freeing, so particularly if you're quite rigid around the middle. And you can feel that inner body moving within that, and that will ripple out to those more outer surface areas. Lovely. We're going to start to come to still in that one. So when you continue with this, and maybe when you do it on your own, just feel how fast or slow you go. If you come in and out, if you need to back off at any time, really listen to where enough is, and if at any time that movement is agitative, listen and back off. So we have plenty of time and space to explore what we need in this. Lovely. Just have a little roll from side to side, anything that feels right across your back. So I'm drawing my knees in a little more, just to get a massaging effect right up to the middle back there. And then we're going to lengthen the legs out, arriving fully onto the ground, feeling how lovely it is to be completely held up by the ground. And now we're going to move from the belly button. So again, we have this part of us that is moving, and then things all the way out from here that are being moved. So although you will see my legs and arms and head moving, I'm not moving them. So this is the part that is moving. So we're going to start to just move the belly button from side to side. You can now start to see why you need clothes on with this. If you don't have clothes on, you can start to stick. So I'm not moving my legs. You feel that as the belly button moves in one direction, you get a lift up through that side of the body, and the other leg feels it lengthens away. And then to the other direction, but trying to think about it too much. You can really break this down into what's happening, but it's actually not that useful to overanalyze it, to just feel. So even just talking to you, I'm losing my fish-like movement there. So feel a side to side, like I just went into there. You can tend to get a bit kind of more hip up, hip down, and that's a really good movement in itself, hip up and hip down. But right now, just looking at moving the belly button from side to side. And breathe. This whole body moving together. And you can let your head move, that's it. So eventually the feet and the head start to move in the same direction. So it's whole side of the body opening alternately. Letting yourself breathe, so you notice if there's any catching in the diaphragm area, particularly when fully lengthened out. Again, when you've had enough, listen, stop, bend your legs up. So I'm just coming to stop, feeling that energy that's shifted, created around the body. Dropping in. So you feel any tingling as awakening. If your lower back's a bit pinchy here, open your legs wider. Just back off any need to fix anything, breathing the feelings of what is present here. What we've opened, what we've moved. Breathing with it. And then we'll come back. So again, so I'm kind of doing this in the really fluid, spiraling, circling motion to bring the knees back into the chest again. And feeling what you need here. So it might be to just be in this position, Apanasana, releases stagnant energy. For a while, it might be to move into a different practice, or it might be to lay down fully, come back into Shavasana when you feel you've fully loosened in the lower back.